Okay, so everyone, good afternoon from Surabaya, Indonesia. So my name is Wahyu as the CommTECH Program Manager of ITS Global Engagement ITS Surabaya, Indonesia. So today we will hold the grand final CommTECH Ideas competition, like we mentioned before that today is the final to decide it, the first winner, second winner, and also the third winner of the CommTECH Ideas competition. Okay, so before we start, first of all, I would like to invite to our participants to use the uh, virtual background that already shared committee, yeah, in the chat box. Yeah, please committee provide them to the virtual background that we already prepared before. So you may choose the virtual background just in case. But if your phone or uh, but if your phone or if your laptop doesn't support, that's okay. But if still possible, please kindly use the virtual background that we already prepared in the chat room before. And today, because we have 5 finalist participants, I would like to inform you again the 9 finalists. So because we are live from YouTube ITS International Office, so we have the 9 finalists like Mr. Ko Bun Sheng from University Science Malaysia, and then Ms. Farah Huda Soleha binti Ruzaman from University Putra Malaysia, then Mr. Ling Kwong King from University Technology Malaysia, and then Ms. Kang Yiki from University Science Malaysia, Ms. Kang Yiking from University Science Malaysia, Ms. Siti Azren Dayani binti Abdurrahim from University Technology Malaysia, and then Ms. Pam Thi Nut Chang from Ho Chi Minh City International University, Vietnam, and then Mr. Empizo San Ernest Salvador from Saint Louis University, Philippines, and the last one, Mr. Edvaldo Pereira dos Santos from University of Sao Paulo, Brazil. So we have 9 applicants, 9 finalists that already selected, yeah, before from all the submission who already answered to our uh, to the committee before. So to decide the sequence before, I would like to give opportunity to my team to assist me to with the games what we call wheel of spin, yeah, fortune spin. So to the committee, I would like to offer the screen, yeah, to you to decide it how we can decide the sequence, the presentation of today. Please, to Faza and Salma, the time is yours.
All right, so here is it. So we will decide it which one who will go first by using this wheel of spin. So if your name gets first, you will be the first one that will presentate your ideas. So I'm here with Faza, and maybe Faza will help me. This.
Okay, Salma,
Okay.
maybe you can tap the wheel right now.
Okay, then I will. Let's see who's first.
Yeah, who will be first?
Okay, Siti Azrin Dayani binti Abdurrahim will be the first one to present her ideas.
Okay, let's
continue to.
Okay. Okay.
So the next one.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can hear you.
Okay. Wait.
Okay, so for the second finalist to
For the
present,
second is
Farah Huda Soleha.
Okay.
Let's continue
next.
For the third finalist to present their ideas. Okay, so for the third one is Pamti Nutrang. Now we're going to spin for the fourth finalist. And the fourth finalist to present is MP Zos and Ernest Salvador.
The next one is
For the fifth one is Kang Yiki.
okay.
Now we're going to spin for the sixth finalist. And it is Ling Kwongjing.
Ling Kwong Ji.
The next one will be Kang Yi King.
More.
Yeah, two more. The second last will be Ko Bun Sheng, and this is also tell us that Edvaldo Pereira will be the last finalist to present his idea.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay, I'll give it back to Mas Wahyu.
Okay, thank you so much, Salma and Faza. So I would like to inform you again. The first one presentation is Siti Azridayani binti Abdurrahim from UTM, Malaysia. And then the second one, Ms. Farah Huda Saleha binti Ruzaman from University Putra, Malaysia. And also Ms. Pamiti Tu Trang from Ho Chi Minh University, Ho Chi Minh International University, Vietnam. And will followed by Mr. Mpizu San Ernest Salvador from Senli University, Philippines. And then followed by Kang Yiki from University Science Malaysia, and then Lee Kongjing, Mr. Lee Kongjing from UTM, and then also Kang Yiking from University Science Malaysia, and also Mr. Ko Bunxing from University of Malaysia, and for the last is Mr. Edvaldo Pereira dos Santos from University of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Thank you very much, Sama Devazan, and so I hope everyone are ready to prepare. And before we begin, let me introduce the panel review today. First of all, I would like to introduce Dr. Octavianti, as the Senior Manager of ITS Global Engagement for Promotion and Mobility, and also from a lecturer, Senior Lecturer from DKV, Visual Design Communication of ITS. Good afternoon, Dr. Octavianti.
Hello, Mas Wahyu. Hello, everyone. Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Effendi. And the second, I would like to also introduce Dr. Ravendra, also lecturer, senior lecturer from the Visual Communication Design of ITS. And Dr. Ravendra also usually will, in previous program, he also in charge for CommTECH program. Good afternoon, Pak Ravendra.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to meeting you all.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Brenda. And the last one, I would like to introduce our prestigious alumni, Mr. Raffi Ramadan, who currently has become the become a software engineer in Kata AI Indonesia. Good afternoon, Mr. Raffi Ramadan.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much. So here are the panel review for the competition today. So without further ado, we will begin for the presentation. I would like to remind you again that if each participant need to present is about maximum 5 minutes, and after that will be followed by a question and answer in 10 minutes. And later for the participant, the committee will stop you if the time is already enough or already in 5 minutes. So later committee will also help you so we can continue will be with the question and answer. And during this presentation, you might kindly share your poster. So please make sure that you already prepare a poster. Before we begin lagi, I would like also to remind you that we still open for the voting of the poster. Okay, so everyone who watching from the YouTube, I hope you can also check later the committee, after in the end of the program, we will inform you how to deploy the poster because we will close by this midnight. Okay, without further ado, I would like to welcome for the first finalist. I would like to welcome Miss Siti Azrendayani binti Abdul Rahim from University Technology Malaysia. So Miss Siti Azrendayani, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and let me share my screen. I'm sorry, I'm using two devices, one with my laptops and one is with my phone. So first of all, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to the organizer, to other participants, to the judges, and also to the viewers. So first of all, I would like to take these opportunities to say thank you to the organizer and also to the university by giving me this opportunity to participate in this competition. So I'm very grateful that I got chosen to be the finalist. So without further delay, I will explain to you about my ideas. So as we know, the beginning of the year, we were shocked by the news about the COVID-19 has spread to all over the world, right? So actually, this already begin from the end of 2019. So I want to say my ideas, smartwatch COVID-19 2020 focus to increase the awareness of people about this situation, because we know people, wait, I'm so nervous. So we know people, wait. Okay, so I'm sorry. Can I start again?
Yeah, the time is clocking, Mr. Azrin.
My idea is to increase the awareness of the people about this. Yeah. And I want to make the system more efficient to data collections. And as you can see in the features of the smartwatch, for the first is a SIM card chip holder. Yeah. So for the first one is I'm so sorry. For the first one is for the SIM card chip holder, which is unique for each user and removable from the watch for upgrading with which watch edition purpose. So I want this SIM card to be unique because we want to collect data uniquely for each person. So we don't have the redundant data. So we can use this data for a long term for the research purpose and also for the data analysis for we to predict what action we should take to overcome the pandemic or even to adapt the current situation. And next is the flexible and breathable younger people, which is we want them to be comfortable and also easy to wear, because kids nowadays it's hard to encourage them to wear this kind of tools, to have something that make them easy to wear this watch. And next, this one I want this smartwatch to have temperature detection, so that we can reduce the cost. Time we want to enter the shopping mall or enter the buildings because we want to reduce the cost to hire people to reduce the contact of people, because if you use the contact with people, so if we this
Sorry, Miss Siti. Your time to presenting your idea is up. So maybe let us move to the next session, which is Q&A or question and answer session
okay, sorry,
from the reviewers.
disconnected.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so we continue about the alarm activation system. So this one, why I want to it less than 1 meter radius, because I noticed I make a survey from many places. I can see that they have the measurement of 1 meter, but they didn't do the 1 meter radius, and I can see that people are not aware about this. They just stay away 1 meter from the front and from the back. They didn't aware from the all surrounding. So I want this to
I'm
have
sorry, Miss Siti.
alarm for 1 meter radius, so we can stay 1 meter away from other people.
I'm sorry.
And also for the crowded location, when you know when it's crowded and the temperature
Okay.
I'm sorry,
I'm,
Miss. Your time is
yeah.
up. So let's move to the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Siti Azrindani. It's okay, yeah. So we can follow. Maybe after that, the reviewer will give you a question so you can explain more detail. Okay, I would like to give opportunity to Bu Oin, Pak Bendra, and Raffi. So maybe who would like to give a question first. Maybe I can start with Pak Bendra, maybe. Monggo, Bapak.
Okay. Okay. I think this is an interesting idea, I guess, but I recognize there are some similar product on already in the market, such as a watch that can use a body temperature detection, etc. Can you describe how this will be different from the already marketed product? Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pak Bendra.
Okay.
To Miss Azren, maybe can you answer the question from Pak Bendra? What's the difference your product, your idea that from the product that already happened in the market before? Yeah, the time, Miss Azren.
Okay, so thank you for asking the question. It's a really good question. So for the question, I would like to answer the difference between the one in the market with this is actually I couldn't explain just now. So I want to explain about the Bluetooth connection. So this Bluetooth connection, we use the for the user mode. So we want to have different kind of mode, parents mode and kids mode, family and stranger. So this one, it work with the sensor. So I want this for the 1 meter radius just now. And if a parent's connected to the device for kids, so it allow people to near to each other. But if stranger within one less than 1 meter, it automatically give you one. And also this can use for the for I'd say for avoiding danger from your bag also. And also we have the COVID-19 live status updates, which is I want if this can be real, I want this can be a platform where people directly know about the current situation worldwidely, and we can avoid the fake news and everything. And also uh, this one can also be used for the education. We know that we know that we will fight this for a long term. Okay, so I want to apply this to early education. So if we produce kids model for the kids, so we can apply this to the school, so kids can train themselves to be social distancing, so we don't worry about their schools and everything. Schools don't need to close, you know. So this is what I concern, because in Malaysia now we are closing the school for a while because the cases are increased, and that's why I wish that this could be helpful. This can be different because this is a COVID-19 edition. Yeah, that's any other question?
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Okay, thank you so much, Fabendra. Maybe I will time to Bu Oin would like to ask question.
Okay, so thank you, Mas Wahyu, for the opportunity. Azrin, I just wondering, is it something that imposed by the government, or is it something that voluntary by the citizens?
Okay, thank you for asking the question. This one, I would like to say we can go for two aims, which is this also can help for the economic or our country economic. If we if we want to say this is from government, it can totally be market widely, you know. If we work with the government and education, they work together, and this can be something big. They can sell for more, and we can have a profit from that. But for the user itself, we know it's a trend nowadays that people want to have a smartwatch. Everyone want to have one for themselves, so it can go for two reasons, like for two purposes. Yeah, is it answering?
Not exactly. So my question was, is it something that's supposed to be mandatory or imposed by the government? So it's something that you have to use it, or else you, if there's a penalty or something like that. So it's mandatory by the government, or is it something that voluntary? So if it's
I
something that's
think.
suggested.
Oh, okay. So I think it should be suggested because you know, people don't want something that are forced, something that are forcing them. But we can ask cooperation with the government to supply this kind of gadget, to maybe start to providing for the early kids, early education for them to use it and learn, and people can see this thing is quite useful, and then we can go further for more target lah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Oin. Now I will give back time to Mr. Rafi.
Okay, thank you, Mas Wahyu. Firstly, I want to ask Siti or Hazirin, I should call you. Yeah. Do you use smartwatch?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
What brand?
Oh, I use Samsung.
Okay. Do you know like 90% of your idea already implemented in the Samsung smartwatch?
I don't think like there is some different the with the function. I think it has some difference.
Yeah, I mean like the idea that you propose is the basically just temperature detection, right?
Hmm?
The main idea of your proposed solution is just the temperature detection, right?
Not only temperature but the sensor about when someone reach you for 1 meter radius, like the sensor for avoiding people to be in crowded.
Okay, yeah,
This
but
is the sensor.
okay, I got the idea. But the things that I want to propose here, why you should make the smartwatch itself. Instead, you can just make the apps for it. I mean, the only things that you need is if someone temperature is above the threshold that you put, and you couldn't be near anyone. That's the main idea, right?
Yeah, but
So
I
you,
want to the, because I choose to make a smart watch because you know, people nowadays you know, priority we will not priority, most of people we wear watch, and if I want to use apps, they can install in phones, but kids couldn't use this because they don't have phone at the early age, because I want to aim this for all kind of age. Because I said just now I want to produce the adult models and also for kids models. So for the kids user, they can use as watch also, and also for this function as well. So if we only use apps, I think it's not really suitable for the kids to use it. So we can only aim for the adults, and these are not, how to say it, it's not completely applied to everyone. We can't go big. We can only go for like people from above what ages if we use just apps.
okay, but the things that I want to propose is you can make an app for your smartwatch also, because the basic system of the smartwatch is basically an Apple OS and Androids, right? So you can also implement or make an apps for the watch. Besides, you have to craft the hardware itself. You
Oh,
can just use
you
existing
mean like
smartwatch.
I make a cooperation with the company? Like I
No,
build the apps and I sell to them.
no, you can make an app for smartwatch.
Yeah, I know. Like, do you mean like I only make the apps and then I sell the apps to the company, the one that produced the smartwatch, like Samsung or Apple? Do you mean
You
like
don't
that?
have to sell the software if you really want to approach just for everyone. You can put it on the App Store or what call, or Play Store, and you can just like deploy it there, and everyone could download and use it.
Oh,
And
okay.
also one more things, the things that you don't want to deploy these ideas to smartphone. You say small kids or small citizen didn't use smartphones, but the fact is that everyone nowadays using smartphones. I mean, just my nephew that already 8 years old have one.
Yeah, but they
So,
can't use it at school. Like I want to this to apply in school also. In Malaysia,
okay,
we can't use phone in school. We are
okay.
not allowed to use phone in school. So watch is like the only thing that I can think it's suitable for schools, that will not really affect the people like kids. They like it's not good for them to use phone at the early age, right? So
But can you tell me what is the really big difference between smartphones and smartwatch?
like if we this smartwatch, if you can see, I only want to this function, and also the one in the second page poster, so they can use for like phones can like YouTube's and everything. So that's why like I want to like mainly for these functions.
How you plan to just limit the exact function? Maybe this is the last because it took too long. How you limit the functions of the watch just to use this app instead of other?
Sorry.
How do you limit the function of this smartwatch just to use these apps, not only using another's things like you've read of YouTube and other things?
Okay, this is the last question, yes, because
Yeah, yeah.
before we end, please, Azrin.
Probably, yeah. I'm not really good in technology, but probably from what I can think, maybe we can use like this chip, like a unique chip. We can only put the software for specific of the function that I want. You know, so it's not
Okay,
exactly like
Okay,
a
okay,
smartwatch that like others produce. Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
okay. Thank you
Thank
so much, yeah, for Miss Azrin and also all the panel review. That's a very intense question, yeah, so many intense questions. Okay, give once again, please kindly give your reaction, yeah, Tumblr reaction to Miss Azrin. Yeah, thank you so much for all the good presentation. Okay, now we are moving to the second presentation. I would like to welcome Ms. Farah Huda Soleha binti Ruzaman from University Putra Malaysia. To Ms. Farah, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening to all respected panel and fellow candidates. Before I start my presentation today, I would like to say thank you to ITS Surabaya and CommTECH Competition 2020 teams for organizing this competition and allowing me to be in this great event to deliver my idea. I will also like to congratulate to the all participants that had been selected to be a top 10 finalists. And now I am Farah Huda Soleha binti Ruzaman, a representative from University Putra Malaysia. Will present my idea, which is smart check-in. I will talk about 5 minutes about my idea. Okay, as we all know, the theme for the competition CommTECH 2020 is Applied Technology Innovation to Ease Pandemic Affected Situation. Okay, now, why smart check-in? How do I come with this idea? Here are the reasons. In Malaysia, those who got infected with COVID-19 in quarantine have to wear a pink. Sometimes they come with blue or white because the pink might out of stock. The problem appears when these people are being irresponsible by still hanging out in public instead of quarantining themselves at home, which might lead to a new cluster of COVID-19 infection. Furthermore, our government health data system introduced to us an application called My Sejahtera. This application comes with many benefits, such as the user can track the areas that already infected to the COVID-19, but there are also some weakness of this application, which is the system does not record the user and every single data of the user, such as they are not record the temperature of the user while they are using the app. Another problem is the hand sanitizer that usually used in the public area or in the premise are involved direct contact, which increase the possibility of transmitting COVID-19. So I decide to create or invent a device that can record and deliver the user data once he or she entering the premise in a public area. This device also comes with an automatic hand sanitizer. Okay, I name it as smart check-in because it involves a check-in procedure before entering the high risk area. How does it work? Okay. First, the user need to access an application called My Step by scanning the QR code that provided by the premise. The application comprise a user information that tallies or synchronize with the government or health ministry system. The application will identify the user COVID risk, such as whether the user are in quarantine or not, having symptoms, or maybe they come from the COVID-19 hotspot. The person in quarantine can hide their pink wristband, but they can hide the pink wristband under their sleeve or under their watch. But this device will reveal the truth of their status, of their health status. All the data information is controlled by the authorities or government to update the data regularly. Then the screen will display all the information together with the temperature that's scanned by the thermometer. the system will give an alert as a beep sound, like beep, if the body temperature is higher than normal, which is 37.5 degrees Celsius. And if the user are in the quarantine, the alarm will sound 3 times. And if not, it only will sound only 1 time. Okay.
I'm sorry, Ms. Farahuda, your time is up. So we will let us move to the next session, which is Q&A session from our honorable reviewers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. The second presentation, Ms. Farahuda. Now, I would like to give open start to question and answer. For the first, maybe I would like to give opportunity to Bu Oin to deliver the question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mas Wahyu. Farah, thank you for your ideas. So, my question is, did you map places that you think that this device should be located there?
The place.
Yeah, should be placed.
I'm not map it, but I target it at the urban area because normally the infected are increased in urban area, which the we call the society, the public or the citizen go to the public area, which is normally at urban, and that increase the probability of transmitting the COVID-19.
Can you elaborate more? Which areas?
Like in Malaysia, we target probably we will target to the most high cases. We will filter the area that have the high cases, and we will put this device. Normally, we will target the shopping complex where public coming in and out, or the public transport, or any company that still work at their office, or maybe at the supermarket. We target this device to be there.
Okay.
I target this device to be there. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Farah. That's all, Mas Wahyu.
Thank you so much, Bu Oin. I would like to give opportunity to Mr. Rafi first to give a question.
Okay. Firstly, just a simple question. What if I mute my phone?
You mute your phone means you are in airplane.
No,
Airplane mode?
just let's say I'm the one that is in quarantine, that my phone should beep 3 times, right?
Yes, yes.
But what if I mute my phone so it will not given out any sound?
The alarm come from the device, not from your phone.
So it's just sound if I scan the QR code.
Yes.
So I just don't scan it.
The person that in charge of that place need to ask everyone that come into their premise to scan the device, the QR code that provided, to record all the user come into the premise.
So it's just prevent us in the tight area, like I'm in the indoor area, right? But if on the outside, it's still not. I'm in the open area. Let's say I was in the open market, not in the mall.
Still, if the place with the crowded person, with the crowded area, it has this device, because this device want to prevent the quarantine or not quarantine person to be in public area for transmitting the COVID-19.
Okay. One quick question, just answer it really quick. Let's say I'm in the public, what do you call it? Where we should like football field, or just like open area. And there is so many entries. How you prevent a lot of people gathering And I'm sure like most of the people will not scan the code because it's too long.
We will put this at the very center of the, I mean, if you are at the football, we need to put this at the stadium. I mean, the bench or the audience stage, because that might be the place where that audience will sit there. The football player will also sit there. That the place that will be centered.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Raffi. Now I would like to give time to Pak Bendra to give a question. Monggo, Bapak.
Okay. Actually, my question is almost the same like the Mr. Ivy, but you know that your device is based on body temperature, right? In Indonesia, sometimes when we got to the sun's too much sun, our body temperature is get higher. How do you how your device can differentiate between the person who's actually ill or their body just their body temperature just up because the heat maybe? Can your device make a difference about the symptom maybe, or your or maybe you have suggestion that there are other way to recognize sick person which not only based on the body temperature maybe.
Okay, very good. Normally, because this device is about thermometer, for those who come from the, I mean the exposed sunlight area, maybe the thermometer will detect the high temperature, but this device cannot help, but the user needs to cool down themselves first before entering the premise. We actually already use the quality temperature sensor, which really high quality, that will detect the temperature very accurately. But if the user still have a high body temperature, I suggest the user need to cool down themselves before entering the premise.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the answer.
All right,
Okay.
welcome.
Thank you so much, Ms. Farahuda, and also yeah, Mr. Farahuda, and also all the reviewers. Thank you so much for giving me your question. To give once again, please kindly give applause, yeah, to Miss the second presenter, Ms. Farahuda. Thank you so much. So you may stop the screen. Now I would like to welcome for the third presenter. Yeah, please kindly welcome Miss Pham Thi Ngo Trang from Ho Chi Minh City International University, Vietnam. To Miss Pham Thi Ngo Trang, yeah, the time is yours.
Yeah, can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
So you may share the screen. Okay, you can start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone from Vietnam. My name is Jane, and it's my honor to be here today. So let me ask you a question. When was the last time you traveled? Was it 9 months ago, yesterday, or before COVID hit us really hard? So how do you feel about staying at home without traveling? Are you sad? I'm really sad. But do you know who's more sad than us? The people that working in the tourism industry. So in developing countries, we are famous for natural beauty, which is like only found in the countryside. So when coronavirus visit us, all the tourist destination is closed, which lead to the unemployment situation for the people in the countryside. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna move to another city and we have another problem of the immigration, and it will overwhelm the population in the cities, and it make the COVID-19 even worse. Therefore, I came up with a solution which is called Joob, Joob. This is a job hunting app for low-income people in the countryside. We designed this app with the easiest interface so that everyone can use. And we have a problem over here. In the countryside, people don't even have a smartphone because they can't afford it, or even if they do, then they have no idea how to use it. Therefore, we provide a booth. We provide a booth for them. Later on, we'll discuss later. Um, there will be a limit in geography, so all the people, they can only work locally. They cannot like use work from to for another cities because we're trying to stop the immigration. And let's have a look at the block diagram over here. So basically, we only have three stages. With it, at first, the employee will find a closed book to fill in the information or use their smartphone and look for the job. And then all this information will be sent to our system, which is run by MIT App Inventor. And then we'll send the data to the recruiter. And the process will work the same as in recruiter to employee. And here's the design. Our product, job hunting app, is basically designed with MIT App Inventor. This is a software that is free to code and is easy to use, as well as it protects the information of the users. So here, in terms of the app, you can basically use it anywhere and anytime, and the content as well as the profiles of the users will be managed and approved by our team and controlled with pictures and contracts, with applying for the recruiters and the employees. So go back here to our main feature, the booth for low-income people, for people that don't have a smartphone. So where we put it, we will install it in front of the government's area because they will protect the app, and also they can become a bridge between us, between the recruiter and to provide job, and also instruct the users to use when needed if they don't have no idea what's going on. And there will be a tablet equipped inside the booth, and this tablet is run with an Android app or with Android MIT App Inventor. And we also have instructions written in papers just in case people not like never used technology before. And there'll be an electrical socket inside the booth so that it can provide unlimited electricity. Most importantly, we'll have a camera equipped with the tablet for security problem, just in case someone steals our product, as well as capturing the employee's profile picture. So the picture will be taken automatically right after when the tablet is on. So
I'm sorry, Ms. Trang, your time is up. Let us move to the next session, which is Q&A session from our viewer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, for the nice presentation from the third presenter, Ms. Trang. Now, I would like to give opportunity to the first question. I would like to give opportunity to Pak Bendra to deliver the question. Monggo Bapak.
Okay. Okay, I think this is an interesting idea about how we accommodate between the employee and the recruiter. But I want to ask you the question about the booth. I think in Indonesia we have a rules that we have to limit the mass gathering, or not so many people come to one place, right? But how about if the booth, do you think the booth will not create the crowd? Maybe because there are so many people looking for a job and there are so many people interested in this booth. Maybe, what do you think about that? Do you think it will cause another problem? Maybe.
Yeah, thank you. That's a problem. That's a real problem. But when I create this idea, I intended to apply it in Vietnam. We don't have any cases now, so I'm trying to solve the problem of an employment situation for people that suffer from the COVID-19 19. But if I want to apply it in a country that have still having COVID-19, then I think we can cooperate with another company for example for sanitize for cleaning the devices. Yeah, like we cooperate with them for cleaning it daily.
Okay, or we have to maybe have to cooperation with the police or maybe the military to guide the queue, maybe, or the crowd.
Yeah, because as I also mentioned that the booth will be installed in front of the government's area, so it will be under control.
Okay, thank you.
I think more about that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Brendra, for the question. Now, I would like to give opportunity to Bu Oyin, maybe to deliver a question, if Monggo.
Okay, Trang, I think it's very interesting ideas that you offer. So why did you call this this device as Jupe?
Oh, because you look at this one when you read it in verse, then it will be POOR, that is poor.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So I've been wondering why it's Jupe. So you mean that it's reverse, right? It's something that you can, it's flipped. So you can flip the poor into a Jupe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's all my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Oyin. Now, I would like to give opportunity to Mr. Rafi to deliver the question.
Okay. Trang, do you know LinkedIn or Job Streets kind application like that? So can I basically say this is an offline version of those applications?
Yeah, you can say that, but my app focus on low-income people. They don't know about LinkedIn, and mostly LinkedIn, you need to find it by yourself. But my app, you just type in what you need, and we will find the job that's suitable for you.
Okay. And actually, this is not related, but why you use MIT App Inventor to create these apps?
Oh, because that's what I learned from school. So, and it's really easy. I can create it just like one day. So, yeah.
Okay, one quick questions. How do you plan to invite angel investors to invest in this? What is the main key that investor want to invest in these apps?
So I haven't had a chance to talk about the finance part, but I plan to get money from the 5% commission. If the recruiter get anyone to work with them, then we charge them the money. And also we have the support of the government. So I think the investor will trust us as a trustful app. And we have the income, the money to come with us. So I don't think there's any losing money in here.
Okay, actually, from your explanation just now, I get one dilemma here. You want to help poor people or low-income people, but you charge them 5%.
I don't charge them. I charge the one that provide job.
So it's to the company, not the employee. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
And also,
that was a great presentation from you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Trang, for then also all the panel review. Thank you so much for the question. Yeah, once again, big Christianly give applause to the third presenter, Miss Tang, yeah, from Vietnam. Okay, thank you. So we are moving to the next presenter. Our next presenter, I would like to invite Mr. Empizo San Ernest Salvador from San Luis University of Philippines. So Mr. San Ernest, the screen is yours. Okay, Mr. Ernest, maybe you still mute. Could you please turn off? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My primary goal of CommTECH is to ensure the safety of everyone to prevent local transmission by providing an affordable digital contact tracing device. A wonderful day to everyone. My name is Shannon Pizo, and I am representing St. Louis University, Baguio City, Philippines. These past months, we have been waging a war against an enemy we cannot see. Without a cure nor a vaccine, countries have been enforcing preventive measures to ensure that their citizens do not contract COVID-19. History tells us that contact tracing, quarantine, and testing have been effective methods to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. However, not all countries are given the privilege to integrate technology and employ new innovations in their contact tracing system. That is why I invented an affordable digital contact tracing device to help mitigate the spread of this disease through effective and efficient contact tracing using existing technologies like Global System for Mobile Communications and Global Positioning System. My device is called CommTECH, which stands for Contact Tracing Using Arduino Collection and Tracking System. The device is programmed to collect the contact number of the passenger using a keypad, and within seconds, sends an SMS containing the plate number of the public utility vehicle or PUVs, the location upon entry, and location upon exit using GSM module. The information collected will then save to a micro SD card, which can be retrieved and accessed using Microsoft Excel in a computer for data analytics to create simulation to help policymakers create better decisions. Yes, there are technology in place for contact tracing when people go outside, like QR scanning applications. But I believe that most rural communities in third world countries like the Philippines still have no infrastructure for reliable internet. So, we rely on traditional methods of listing information using pen and paper. However, I believe that pen and paper is harder to disinfect and often disorganized, thus resulting in a pseudo database or filling a bucket with holes. In line with technological justice, contacts will provide an efficient contact tracing technology accessible to all. My aim is to create a link between the PUVs, the LGU, and the hospital, as there is still no centralized system for contact tracing of vehicles issued by the government of the Philippines. Furthermore, since Philippines is now reopening its economy locally and internationally, one of the challenges in the transportation sector is ensuring that everyone is safe to prevent local transmission. I know that one of the agents of transmission of COVID-19 is through public transportation. And so, I believe that this device and the system I will integrate will definitely help contact tracing to mitigate the spread of the disease. The application of this device can be expanded to business establishments, hospitals, malls, offices, schools, and other crowded areas. After this pandemic, the system can be expanded and utilized in the attendance management system of small schools and offices that can't afford a database system. With my exposure in this project, I am looking forward to expanding and collaborating with other members with high hopes and expectations to contribute significantly not only to the Philippines, but also for the sustainability of the next generation. I believe that this is not the end, but rather the beginning of a new normal around the world. And I believe that emerging technologies in the 21st century can usher in a new way of life to help our society and make the world a better place. It is now our turn, the youth, to step up and make a difference. As our Philippine national hero once said, the youth is the hope of the fatherland. We earnestly hope that our seniors and mentors will extend to us the needed assistance in achieving our goals and aspirations to contribute to nation building and technological advancement. Once again, this is Sean M. Pizo, representing the Philippines, and this is my project, Contacts. Terima kasih.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sen Ernest, for very time management for your presentation. Yeah, it's really Yeah, very accurate time. Thank you. Yeah, for managing on time. Okay, now we are moving for the question and answer. For the first question, I would like to invite Mr. Raffi Ramadan to deliver the question. So, Mr. Raffi, the time is yours.
Okay, that was a great presentation. Like you have so much spirits. I like that. But uh, can you explain to me in less than 10 words how these things works?
So in less than 10 words, collect mobile number of passenger, get GPS data of location and exit, and send message to the number earlier.
What kind of message the passenger will get?
SMS message.
Yeah, I mean, what is the contents of the SMS?
The plate number of the vehicle, the location of entry, and another message for the name of plate number of vehicle and the location of exit.
Then what is the data can we use for? I mean, as a passengers, I got that detailed information, and then what?
The contact tracing here in the Philippines is that we will interview the positive patient of where he or she had been in the past 14 days. By getting that message, he can remember where or she had been in the past 14 days in order for more efficient and effective contact tracing.
Okay, great. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Raffi, for the question. Now, I would like to give opportunity to Pak Bendra to deliver the question.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is actually an interesting idea, but maybe this is not a question, but I wonder there are so many works to do because we have to elaborate between the contact number and the plate number of the vehicle, right? Because in Indonesia sometimes there are more people, which have more than one vehicle, or maybe there are people which go to the public transportation, something like that. I think will be so many works to do. It will be if we want to implement this in countries like Indonesia. I think.
Sir, I have an answer about that. The simplicity of our device is that the only data will be collected is the contact number, and the data will only be used if a positive case have been confirmed. Not the whole population of Indonesia will become positive, so only the positive case will be contact traced. So using the plate number and the central taxi naming system of Indonesia, it can simplify the system by testing only the driver and the close contacts in the vehicle.
Okay, but how about the people which don't have any vehicle? We trace them.
Sir, my focus in this project is the public utility vehicle. We don't know the exact plate number whenever we go to a PUV.
Okay. Okay, I think that's enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Bendra, for delivering the question. Now, I would like to give opportunity to Bu Oyin to deliver the question.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mas Wahyu. Okay. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hello, Sean. Thank you for the ideas. So I'm just wondering how people in the Philippines they usually travel, moving around in the city.
So here in the Philippines, the cheapest way of transportation between two places is through jeepneys or taxis. While taxi is affordable, jeepney is more affordable since it can handle more, it can get more passengers on board.
So
yes.
so your device will be installed on those vehicles?
Yes, ma'am. If there is a chance, I will try to integrate this system to every public utility vehicles here in the Philippines.
So it will. So do you know how many vehicles in the Philippines, the public vehicles? Like how many jeepneys?
Ma'am, Philippines is a big country like Indonesia, but if we can simplify the system one step at a time, we can start at our city, Baguio City. And through the help of the National Transport System, National Government Transportation of Philippines, called LTO or Land Transportation Office, it can fast track the project and can be installed to every vehicles in the Philippines.
Okay. Okay, that's all. Thank you, Mas Wahyu.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Bu Ain. Yeah, so that's the end for the fourth presentation. Once again, please kindly give a big applause to Mr. Sting Empizos and Ernest Salvador. Yeah, with your number reaction. Okay, now we are moving to the, sorry. Okay, now we are moving to the next presenter. Yeah, the next presentation, I would like to give opportunity to Miss Kang Yiki, yeah, Kang Yiki, not Kang Yiking, but Kang Yiki from University of Science Malaysia. Yeah, Kang Yiki. Okay, because I know that there's Kang Yiki and Kai Yiking, so now it's Kang Yiki, not King, yeah. Okay, so I would like to give opportunity to Miss Kang Yiki to deliver the presentation. The time is yours. Mongo, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So a very good day to everyone. I'm Kang Yiqi from University Science Malaysia. Firstly, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present my idea to ease COVID-19 affected situation. The COVID-19 pandemic has made working from home and online learning the new normal. In richer developed countries, this might be an easy transition. However, in developing countries, the analog to digital transition poses many challenges. Personally, I know friends who will struggle to find a quiet space at home for every online examination. I had seen people attending job interviews at busy cafes just to get free Wi-Fi. And I had heard many stories of people fighting over family shared devices. Are these challenges familiar to you too? Therefore, it is right to say that the three main challenges faced are simply, first, to have personal designated workplace at home, second, to have a reliable high-speed internet connection, and third, to have a well-functioning device available when we need it, as listed at the left-hand side of this poster. While these three challenges are tolerable or even solvable sometimes, they could be detrimental, especially during important and possibly life-changing occasions, such as in job interviews, online examinations, virtual presentation, and virtual meetings, as the errors involving these three factors can negatively affect our performances, credibility, and productivity. After observing these changes, I believe that it is necessary to develop an app or any platform which is eShare. eShare is a platform which promotes sharing of the three important components mentioned just now among the community. So how does eShare works? Basically, there are two parties, the host and the user. The host can be anyone with a vacant space, with or without internet, or anyone who owns any functioning devices. The vacant space can be a small room at home to a large empty office. The host will first register his or her devices. The hosts have absolute power in setting their own hours of reservation, as well as prices and rules imposed to users. The price can be in hourly rates, in fixed rates, or if the host is generous enough, it could be even free of charge. After the host services are successfully listed on eShare, the users can then search the listing based on their needs and preferences, such as location, ratings, prices, and so on. The users then make reservation, use the service, pay, and that's it. In the user's perspective, the app is a simple way to provide convenience to search for a suitable space, strong internet connection, or devices with a reasonable price. More importantly, this app serves as a backup plan, especially in situations where the internet isn't stable or when our laptop is just not cooperating, or even when we are traveling away from home. We can just easily get what we need around the community. Whereas in the host perspective, this app allows people to monetize their otherwise unutilized space, internet usage, and extra devices. Moreover, since there are more workers working from home, there are also increasing numbers of office spaces left deserted. Owners of these office spaces can cut losses by putting their vacant office space or devices for listing at eShare. Other than that, as an initiative to curb the spread of COVID-19, eShare prevents overcrowding in places that provide public Wi-Fi, such as in coffee shops or bus stations. Undeniably, remote learning and working is here to stay. Therefore, an app as such should be developed. Just like other successful apps or platforms, such as Uber and Grab, which are widely used in countries where near-perfect transport links are available, eShare is not limited to developing countries only, but it has its potential to expand in developed countries as well. Moreover, it's definitely able to sustain its usefulness even after the pandemic has ended. Before I end my presentation, I would like to emphasize that this app ensures people, regardless of their background, are given equal opportunities to strive for betterment in their education, their career, their community as a whole. With that, I think that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kanyeki, for also the time management presentation, yeah, also on time. So I would like to give opportunity, yeah, to our panel review to give the question. And for the first, I would like to give opportunity to Bu Ain, maybe to deliver the question.
Hello, how should I call your name? How should I call you?
Kang.
Kang, okay, Miss Kang, thank you for your presentation. It's actually very interesting ideas. So, do you know whether is there any guidelines for both the host of the place and also the future renters? I think for like a screening whether they have been exposed to the COVID-19, something like that. Have you prepared on that?
So it actually depends on the local measures, because every countries they have different measures, and like in Malaysia we have the e-Sejahtera app. So e-Sejahtera, basically you have to scan a QR code which will record where you have been, and also will inform you if that place you have visited have become a red zone. So I think it really depends on the local measures. And I think to address your question, like what are the guidelines? I think it is very important to ensure safety and also the property safety of both the host and also the users itself. So it actually can be divided into four features, which is in the context of physical safety of both the host and also the users. We have reviews, two-way reviews, which both the host and also the users can review each other before the host accepts the users, or the users make reservation for the users, the host, sorry. And also there will be like a user emergency SOS button, which sends out distress call, and also a 24-hour guest hotline in case of any dispute. And in the context of property, I think we have to provide protection for the host in case of any property damages, and also insurance against any accidents. As well, for the third context, which is the data safety, I think it is just a very standard data security, which are used in many apps. And also, as mentioned, the health safety, we have to make sure that both the host and also the users abides to the local SOP for the COVID-19.
Okay, thank you. Very clear. Thank you, Ms. Kang.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Oin, for the question. Now I would like to give opportunity to Mr. Rafi to deliver the question.
Okay, thank you, Miss Kang. Actually, hello, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Oh wait, my camera stopped working. Okay, no problem. So actually, you already answers all of the things that I want to ask. It's very good and clear explanation about that. But if I go to more technical questions, how you get revenue for the app developers in this way?
Yes. Okay. So for the revenue, actually, it's like other apps like Grab or like Airbnb. So we have to like impose some charges to the host if there is any payment. So as mentioned in my presentation just now, I mentioned that if the host is generous enough, there will not be any charges because this app it has the main aim to help people in the developing countries, which some they cannot afford to have any of the three features that I mentioned just now. So for this, it will be covered by like the advertisement and also sponsors by the other products.
Okay. One more question. One quick questions. You already mentioned about the safety or security from the user side. What about the host side? I mean, let's say I'm a hitman. You know, right? Someone that comes to kill someone, and I
Okay.
order your home for working. How you prevent that to happen? It's not
Actually,
from the user side. It's from the one that booked the place.
yeah. So the one who use the place, as I mentioned, there is an emergency SOS button. So whenever there is anything happens, they can just press the button and they will send a distress call out for the local police station or anything.
Okay, that is a good prevention. But before that happened, I already died. Like, you know, they already killed me, and I just pressed the SOS button. But that's great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Raffi. Now I would like to give opportunity to Pak Bendra to deliver the questions.
Actually, I don't have any question because the presentation and the way she explained everything is already clear. I think this is very interesting and simple idea that can be easily used by everyone in any other countries or Indonesia. Actually, it's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you
thank
so
you.
much for the
Thank you.
comment, Pak Bendra. Thank you so much. And again, please kindly give a big applause to the Miss Kang Yiki, yeah, for the great presentation. Now we are moving.
Thank
Yeah, you
you.
may stop the share screen. We are moving to the sixth presenter. I would like to invite Mr. Ling Kwong Jing, also from University Technology Malaysia. To Mr. Lee Kwong Jing, the screen is yours.
Hello, can everybody hear me? I'm just connecting now. I think.
Okay.
Is it connecting? Is my
Yes, yes.
screen sharing?
Yes, yes. We can hear your voice and we can see your screen. Okay, please.
All right. Hi, I'm Jason. Good afternoon to the judges and all the audience and everyone here. I'm Jason from UTM. I'll be presenting the idea of Mark 1, which I have proposed. And this is an idea I have come up with about disinfecting robots. Just kind of like a vacuum cleaner, but essentially it's remote control with your mobile phone. And also you can sort of do disinfecting.
Muted, I guess.
Right. So essentially, the robot will be wirelessly remote control with your phone. There are two benefits of it. There are two modes of the robot. In that, the first mode will be automatic. Just like any vacuum cleaner, it can automatically go around and disinfect the environment for you. And the other mode will be remote control by your remote control or your phone. Another thing about the robot is that it's a small scale robot. So in that sense, it can access a narrow pathway, which is hard for humans to do it. The third thing is that it's low. It has machine learning algorithm in it. In that, when it's in the automatic mode, it has a pathfinding algorithm. In that, it's easier for it to go around and disinfect environment. And the fourth thing about it is that it's lower cost. So currently, there's a conventional drone which is used for disinfectant jobs. But building a land robot will be much cheaper as compared to a drone robots. And fifth, it depends on what disinfectant you want to put in. You can put in whatever disinfectant you want. And so the ultimate goal of this robot is to achieve first automation to automate manual tasks of disinfecting a large scale area. And the second thing you want to achieve is easy navigation. With a small scale robot, it's easy to go around. And the third thing you want to achieve is higher efficiency in cleaning areas, which is huge. So in this current period where COVID is coming, it will be quite nice to have a robot that can disinfect a large scale area effectively, also efficiently, and without sort of people in large amount of people involved in the particular area. And finally, is just to automate and also provide a lower cost, cheaper options for people to sort of have a cleaning device anywhere. So basically, just to commercialize cleaning disinfectant robots for people at this period of time. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ling Kwong Ling, for the presentation. Now, I would like to give opportunity for our panel of you to give the question. Maybe for the first, I would like to turn it to Pak Bendra. Maybe do you have any question?
Thank
for
you.
the presenter?
Okay, thank you for the presentation. This is the robot. This robot operated by human, right? Is this the still need human to operate this robot?
And yes, it has two modes that we can use. One is automatic, where it was automatic like a vacuum cleaner, like any vacuum cleaner robots that can go automatic. The second will be it can be manual controlled by humans.
Okay. Okay. Do you actually already build the prototype for this robot or this product, or this is still just an idea?
Sorry, I didn't hear the questions. Could you repeat the question, please?
Did you actually already make the build the prototype, or this is just still come from the
It's on ideation stage. It's not. There's no prototype yet.
Okay. I already there are in ITS there are several similar product like this. So I think this is there is interesting but nothing new about it, because maybe I can suggest you to make the artificial intelligence. I think maybe you can it will be awesome if the robot doesn't need to operate it in manual, but it can be smart enough to do the automatic way. Maybe I think that's my only suggestion.
Yes, I think the initial idea that I came up with was how the idea came up with is I was looking at pathfinding algorithm online about how a machine can be smarter, because the conventional vacuum cleaner robots are pretty static. So when they bump into the wall, they will just turn 45 degrees. When they bump, and then they'll turn 45 degrees. So essentially, the idea came up with when I want to find a better algorithm that sort of has CPU in the vacuum cleaner, in that it will sort of have an idea of a sense of the room compartment that it's in. So so essentially we will definitely want the machine to be automatic, which is the main features of the machine of Mark 1, to be able to find its way in a room, and therefore being better than the conventional vacuum cleaner in doing the disinfectant.
Okay, I think
that's enough.
That's enough, yeah, Pak Bendra. Thank you so much for the question. Now I would like to give opportunity to Mr. Rafi to deliver the question. Okay, to Rafi.
Okay, how may I call you? Ling?
Jason will be fine.
Oh, Jason. Okay. Firstly, may I know your background? What's department you come from?
Computing, data science.
Okay, data science. And what kind of machine learning you try to approach to apply to this machine, this mark?
I haven't actually thought of any kind of machine learning model to fit into the machine really. But I do know that it exists. The pathfinding algorithm do exist online. So in order to sort of one of it will be the genetic algorithm, which can be implemented into pathfinding. But of course, if we're talking about other kind of machine learning model, I wouldn't have any much knowledge into what can be fitted into a pathfinding.
All right. Another question: have you ever know about Xiaomi V2 Pro?
No, Xiaomi, or you mean Xiaomi?
Yeah.
Like a vacuum cleaner?
No, they already create your machine.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and actually one more thing, they didn't use machine learning to apply for pathfinding. It only, if you ever read about it, it's called SLAM, simultaneous localizing and mapping algorithms. Yeah, maybe you can read about it. It's not a machine learning, it's just algorithm using laser sensors to map each floor or each terrain, so they know which path they haven't cleaned yet.
So yeah, that's the thing that I sort of bump into, is that most of the machines, they sort of localize themselves in the sort of they will know what space they are in that sense, the SLAM you're mentioning about. But the thing is, they wouldn't be smart in terms of sort of smart in terms of finding their pathway. I think that will in itself be separated from SLAM, which is more of like spatial localization rather than pathfinding.
And if you know, this machine, after they finish cleaning, he will come back to his charging stations and be idle for the time that we need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that in conventional vacuum cleaner now as well. Just normal, without even SLAM being integrated. There is already vacuum cleaner that can come back to its charging station. Even I think my brother got one as well.
Yeah. So basically, you need to put more points that why this smart machine is different from a smart vacuum cleaner that already implemented. And one more thing, this Xiaomi V2 Pro, you can also add disinfectants into the tank. So it's basically do what your machine proposed to do. Okay, that's all. Thank you. That was a great presentation.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to give opportunity to Boyin.
Okay, thank you, Jason, for your ideas. So I'm just wondering, just aside that your idea is more economical compared to the drone one. Is there any more constraint?
Yes. So initially we were thinking about, but the thing we were thinking about drone. Of course, drone will be easier to clean any area because it can fly over large area. But the thing is, drone is very expensive, and one big manufacturer for it is DJI. So they have already started the operation DJI sort of drone mass disinfecting, also using in agriculture as well in China. But the thing is, there's never been any robot sort of disinfecting from the land, and especially if we are talking about narrow alleyway that you need to disinfect. The problem is that you will need a very skilled drone instructor to fly the drone through the alleyway to really disinfect a narrow alleyway, and we wouldn't really want a person to do it. So definitely, in this sense, it will be better to use a land-moving remote control robots to do it. And in terms of the constraint that they might be, of course, if we are talking about tough terrain that the robots need to get through, that can be overcome with sort of better tires to really know what. And I think that's where also the machine learning pathfinding really comes into play, because it will need to know the terrain it's walking on, whether it's going uphill or downhill, and to really adjust the motors to adapt to the landscape is really working on, I guess. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Jason. That's all, Mas Wahyu.
Thank you so much,
All right,
boy.
thank
Now
you.
we once again, please can we give a big applause to Jason, for the presenter. Okay, so now I would like to move to the the next presenter, to the seventh presenter, Miss Kang Yiqing, also from University of Science Malaysia. Yeah, again to Miss Kang Yiqing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the screen is yours.
Thank you. So can I start now?
Yes, we can start.
So good afternoon. I'm Kang Yiqing from University Science Malaysia. So firstly, thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my idea. So as we all know, COVID-19 pandemic has hit the tourism sector severely. I know some people who has an annual goal to travel abroad, but now it seems impossible. Because of COVID-19, people dismiss their dream to travel around the world. Some of you might be thinking, traveling is just something redundant and not important. Why make a fuss about traveling in this crisis? But if we look from the perspective of a tour guide, a tour agent, or a store owner, no traveling means no income. Businesses such as travel agencies and gift shops are forced to change business models or are forced to shut down. Unemployment rate in the traveling industry is the highest among the pandemic-affected sectors. But the worst part is that even after the pandemic, the future of the travel industry is not bright, as people will be more cautious about traveling abroad. The theme of this competition is applied technology innovation to ease pandemic situation. The huge decline of the traveling industry is definitely a situation worth addressing. My idea, InVacation, aims to make tourism possible anywhere. InVacation is an e-commerce platform for tourism. In this platform, users can sell and purchase souvenirs, virtual tours, and remote traveling experiences. So anyone know what is remote traveling? The concept is new, but it's actually very simple. I believe everyone played computer games before. In some games, you can instruct the character in the game to move forward, move backwards, or move to the left, move to the right. Then being a remote traveler is just like playing a game. You control how you explore a tourist spot behind your screen. And who will be the one under your control? The answer is anyone. With a phone and a camera as the only requirements needed, anyone can offer the service to be a remote traveler's tour guide. InVacation is also a platform for virtual tours. Virtual tours allow one to have 360-degree view of a place without actually being there. Virtual tours are fun to enjoy, but currently, virtual tours on famous tourist spots are scattered all around the internet, and they are difficult to search. With InVacation, there will be a more complete collection of virtual tours from all around the world. This platform will also encourage the rise of VR technology. Next, it is package tours. Think package tours like the traditional package tours. There is a tour guide and a list of destination planned for you. But the different part of from traditional package tours, one can visit Indonesia this minute and be in Philippines in the next. And lastly, online souvenir shopping. In most developing countries like Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, a lot of people were making a living by selling local goods or services to tourists. But businesses is not good for them currently. And for shoppers, it is hard to find authentic local goods online with the flood of other commercialized products. So InVacation will act as a marketplace for souvenirs such as crafts and local food products. This will benefit not only holders, but also some small local businesses. InVacation benefits the people because it allows everyone to once again enjoy traveling from the comfort of their home, and it offers additional income to the local businesses and individuals. This idea of bringing tourism fully online will slow down the decline or death of the travel industry. In addition to all of that, the major plus point of this idea is its sustainability after the pandemic. When the pandemic is over, this application is still usable and useful in the travel industry. Having a collection of virtual tours and local goods, it will be a go-to platform that provides accurate information about tourist destinations. And it can be a good marketing strategy that will give confidence and attracts people to experience the places in person. With that said, InVacation is a platform that will help travel industry to adapt in this cruel pandemic and to let everyone enjoy tourism and good life during pandemic. Thank you. This is all from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Kang Yiking, for the presentation. Now, I'd like to give opportunity to Bu Oin, maybe to deliver the question first.
Okay, thank you, Mas Wahyu. Okay, how should I call you, Miss Kang Yiking?
You can also call me Miss Kang.
Okay. Okay, Miss Kang. Thank you for your presentation, and I think it's a great idea because you raised one important issues in your ideas. It's sustainability. What I like from ideas that you offer the online souvenir shopping in the InVacation. So sometimes we can go what we can experience to travel virtually to some place with app called the 360s. I think it's been applied to some website. But you add this the online souvenir shopping. So I think that's all my comment, Mas Wahyu. Thank you, Miss Kang.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bu Oin, for the comment and also for feedback. I would like to give opportunity to Pak Bendra to deliver the question.
Okay. Yeah, just like your sister, your idea is very interesting, I think. It's very simple but doable, very doable. And besides the online souvenir shopping, I like the idea about how the tourist guide can still do their job in this platform, right? Yeah. So you basically solve also the job loss problem, I guess. Okay, that's all my comment. I think this is a very good idea.
Thank you for your compliment.
Okay, thank you, Pak Bendra. Now let's give it to Mr. Rafi to deliver the questions.
Okay, Ms. Kang, can you explain to me, this is a virtual reality pre-recorded, or live video call with virtual reality feature?
There are actually two sections. So there are remote traveling. Remote traveling is real time, and for virtual tours is pre-recorded.
All right. So for the remote traveling, how you, let's say I'm the one that want to try these features, and you are the travel guide that I will move. How I command you to move, by voice or by this button that in your poster interface?
It depends on the users. If you like to have a more game-like feeling, then you can press the button. But you can directly communicate with the tour guide if you prefer to use voice.
How the tour guide now if I move the button, like I want to move forward, I want to move backwards? It's live, right?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Let's say I move the joysticks forward. So I want the tour guide to move forward by just pressing the buttons. How the tour guide knows I press the button forward?
It will be so the application that the tour guide use will like signal the tour guide by maybe vibration or even voice, but most probably it will be through voice. So like move forward, then it will move forward for the.
Okay, so it's basically just transform the command that the users do to the tour guide.
Yes.
All right, and one more questions about this. Let's say your application get 1,000 users, so you must give 1,000 tour guides, right? Because it's one-on-one sessions, right?
Yes. Actually, you can share with your friends if you want, but it will like be booking it will be like booking a hotel room. So if the output is more than the input, then it will stop the input from there.
All right. So maybe one feedback, if you open a package for 4 people, let's say, just give one person the ability to control like admins, so its users input will not fighting with each others. Or yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, so there will be one main controller.
Yeah, one main controller is enough. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rafi and Ms. Kang Yiking, yeah, for the presentation. Once again, please kindly be give applause to Ms. Kang Yiking for the great presentation. Okay, now we are moving for the next presenter. Also, I would like to steal from University Science Malaysia. I would like to invite Mr. Ko Bun Sing to deliver their presentation. To Mr. Ko Bun Sing.
Yes, selamat sore and good afternoon to everyone. I'm Ko Bun Sing from University Science and Malaysia, and my poster is about the on-campus face mask distribution systems. Firstly, I would like to thanks to CommTECH ITS for providing me the opportunity for present my ideas. As we know that COVID-19 pandemic is a serious global issue, some countries may choose to implement lockdowns at their countries, and this will cause the supply chain management at certain industry be interrupted. However, face mask is a necessary item, and the phenomena of panic buying has caused face mask shortage problems. University is a place which will gather a lot of students from every corner of countries. It might be a challenge for university to ensure all the students have prepared enough of face masks. So from here, we find out two problem statements which are face mask shortage problems and inconvenience of manual purchasing at store or pharmacies. And the second is the difficult to manage all the students have prepared enough of face masks when they are in the campus. So to solve these problems, we can develop a convenient distribution system which is named as on-campus face mask distribution system to overcome face mask shortage problems and also provide sufficient face masks to every of the students. The on-campus face mask distribution system will be operated by using face mask supply machines. It's a business like a vending machine used to store the face mask in a good conditions. Actually, the machines also can be modified directly from normal vending machines. These machines were distributed and located at the place which is easier for the student to collect, such as university gates, lecture hall, library, hostel, and other of the department office. So that students don't need to worry about, and also don't need to carry a box of face masks go for the class or anywhere on the campus. On another side, university will directly with the supplier to have a constant stock volumes. The cost of the face mask will be charged under the student annual facility fees, and they will have a daily quotas for each student. For example, each student can receive 3 or 4 pieces of face mask in a pack per day. It is used to ensure that every student has received enough of face masks to change their face mask regularly. Because as we know that some of students may try to save their monies to use a mask for continue using 2 or 3 days, which will cause some of the hygiene problems. The collections procedure is quite simple. Students just need to scan student identity cards to verify and collect the mask from the machines. All the machines are connected to the Wi-Fi and using the same of the cloud platforms to record the face mask collection data. For every of the supply machines is used to ensure that other of the supply machines are get updated. It will not over-providing from the daily quotas. The system will be updated and published at the current stock amount of every machine to the online apps or website. By checking these apps or websites, the students able to know which part of the area of supply machines have sufficient of the stocks. It's like an application will show the map of campus and it will state which vending machines are located. They will have an icons or identifiers to show the capacity of the face mask as low, medium, high. This can help students to save the time for finding the vending machines. And the provider also can refill the stock immediately when they get the notifications of low amount of stock at certain machines. So in the end, this system will bring some benefits such as convenient way for students to receive the face mask, and also for students don't need to worry about the face mask shortage problems. Actually, it also can avoid the shortage problem at society, which it will caused by students during the beginning of semester, because there is huge amount of students will need to prepare to buy the face mask during the starting of the semester, and it will also cause some of the society problems. Since is using the vending machines to operate, it is safe and manageable distribution system to access. Due to this is bulk purchasing, the face mask purchase price could be given as low as the manufacturer or wholesale price. That's all. That's it, and thank you.
The time is yours. Okay, thank you so much, Ko Bun Sing. Yeah, for your question. Now we are moving to the Q&A session. I would like to give opportunity for the first to Pak Bendra to deliver the question. Pak Bendra, the time is yours.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Actually,
Yes.
your this is some of my students and my colleagues already think about this, just so we are happy if you have the same idea. Actually, I think this is very simple idea, and hopefully we can have more, we can make this into reality in a short time. Maybe if I have suggestion, that there are several type of mask, right? Not only one type of mask. Maybe your machine can provide more than one type of face mask. I think that will be all. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Bendra, for after the question and also feedback. Now I would like to give opportunity to Bu Oin to deliver the question.
Thank you, Mas Wahyu. Mr. Ko, I think
Yes.
you're just piggybacking Pak Bendra said that I think your ideas is very simple but very visible. And I think you may add more choices to your machine. Maybe you can make it more smaller, or you can make it having if it's for students, you may want to sell a cloth face mask, but with the as a souvenir from university. I think it's something that will be very interesting as well. So thank you. Thank you, Pak
Okay.
Wahyu.
Thank
Thanks for
you,
the
Bu Oin.
suggestions.
Okay, so that's the suggestion. Yeah, more suggestions. So I hope you can hear the suggestion from Pak Bendra and Bu Oin. Now I would like to give opportunity to Mr. Rafi to deliver the question.
Hello, Mr. Ko.
Hi.
I think you miss the most important things in here, because you don't talk anything about the sterilization process of this face mask. Do you know this kind of face mask should be sterilized when everyone use it, right?
Yes, actually it's like, because like outside they sell the face mask is in a box. I refer for some of the online about these vending machines to sell the face mask. It is like in the packagings.
So it's like single pieces package.
Yes, it's not like a piece. It's like 3 or 4 pieces inside the packagings.
Okay. And also, this type of businesses or machine could be a business among the students, right? I mean, let's say I didn't want to use the face mask, but I can sell my face mask to my friends.
Yes, actually, because it actually is charged from the student facility fees, so they have the right to choose they want to sell or to want to sell to others. But what we want to make them is to encourage them to change the face mask regularly. So that's why we have this type of the quotas.
Okay, yeah, because the thing is, maybe some people prefer to use reusable face masks like the clothes one. So yeah. I mean, it's okay. Like, you're already aware about this, so that's great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Rafi. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. Yeah. Once again, please big applause to Mr. Ko Bun Sing. And now we are moving to very last presenter. Yeah. And also very far from Indonesia. Now I would like to welcome Mr. Edvaldo Pereira dos Santos from University of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, to Mr. Edvaldo, the screen and the time is yours. Okay. Hello, Mr. Edvaldo, are you with us?
I don't think that he's here.
Ah,
I cannot
okay.
find. I cannot find him in the
Yeah,
participants
I
list.
just realized that we cannot find him. Let me check for a moment. Okay, maybe while waiting, I would like give time to Miss Alvina to explain more, yeah, because we are live in YouTube right now, how to vote the poster of the participant. To Miss Alvina, yeah, please, so
Okay, thank you.
the reviewer can see.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming to the final presentation. I would like to inform you that you can vote your favorite poster on Instagram, CommTECH.its, by giving the double clicks or like. The vote will close today at 11:59 p.m. Don't forget to follow our social media for further information. Instagram CommTECH.its and ITS International Office, Facebook ITS International Office, and website its.ic.id/international. The social media information will be written in the chat box below. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Alvina, for the for the information about the vote. So we still open the vote for everyone who currently watching, yeah, because I don't know also I'm watching from YouTube. Yeah, so please kindly support us. I also already put in the comment in the YouTube also for the reviewer in the YouTube as well. Please kindly you support for the poster until this midnight. Yeah, the time is until midnight in T+7 or Surabaya zone time, because Indonesia have 3 different times. So we already put for Surabaya zone time. Please kindly vote at Instagram at comtech.its, and also we are also hoping that you may follow of all our information in our social media in our YouTube, yeah, subscribe in our YouTube, ITES International Office, website www.ites.ac.id/international. Okay, so I see already received, then it seems that uh, they cannot join due to some accident. So we assume that because they already he already informed that he received my email, but we can see him in this room. So we assume that he cannot join the final presentation in the nation. And without further ado, we assume that he um, cannot join the grand final competition. So that means that this is the end of the competition today. Yeah. However, I would like to remind you again that for the last before we closing, maybe there is some of give space maybe to Bu Oin, yeah, or Bu Oin maybe for give like a bit review for today, yeah, maybe on behalf of all the reviewer, maybe Ibu, if you don't mind, 1 or 2 words, Ibu, for the presentation for today.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for your participations in these competitions. I really thankful for the enthusiasm from the participants who sending their ideas for this how to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic. We find here we found here that your ideas actually it's very feasible. Some of you have proposed very novel ideas and very sharp solutions and sharp problem identifications. And it's not only how to respond to problems with technology and science, but actually you have touched the humanities and the social problem that that is happening surrounds you. Okay, I think that's all from me, Mas Wahyu. And with that being said, I also hope that we can welcome you in the future when this pandemic is over in Surabaya. Okay, thank you, Mas Wahyu. Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much, Boyin, yeah, for the closing word. Yeah, I hope also all the other reviewer, Mr. Rafi and also Pak Bendra, will also have different. Will also have same opinion like Boyin mentioned before. Okay, so I would like just to inform you that the announcement for the winner of this program is in 10 November, which is our ITS anniversary, yeah, our ITS Big Day on the 10 November. Yeah, once again, this program also one of our program to celebrate ITS anniversary in the 60 years. Yeah, so that's this one. So once again, thank you for all the grand finalists. I would like to mention to all the finalists who received the certificate, yeah, the e-certificate as your participant in the program. We will also deliver the certificate also by email. And how can you find the winner of this program? We will send the email. However, before we send the official email, please kindly watch, yeah, the winner in our Instagram. Yeah, we will make some with several interesting posts, yeah, animation posts in our Instagram at CommTECH.its, so you can find the winner in our social media first, and after that we will send the official email to you and say to your international office. So at least the university will be proud of you. Once again, thank you. And before we close, let me also take a bit 3 minutes yet your time to see of our upcoming CommTECH program in 2021. And I would like to give opportunity for the coordinator of CommTECH Online, Mr. Zulfikar, to deliver the video and also, yeah, inform them to Mr. Zulfikar.
Okay, thank you, Mas Wahyu. Maybe I would like to share the screen first. Okay, I'm just gonna play the video. So in this parent session, I would like to share the video of the CommTech competition promotion, which is the online edition. So this CommTech courses will be done online. It is pretty similar to what we are doing right now, like the presentation of the poster. These are some activities that we'll be doing. We'll be doing some fun activities, and of course there will be short courses which are combating plastic waste through zero waste, and a Internet of Things which is the second sub course, and the third sub course which will focus on the tingkat. So I would like to get all of you to join our CommTech courses online. It's in the online edition, and I hope you will get a lot of friends there. I hope you will get some experiences about Indonesian culture as well. Maybe it's enough.
Okay, thank you so much, Zulfikar. Once again, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for all the finalists. Thank you for the panel review, and thank you for the committee. Yeah, thank you so much, and we will see you in our upcoming of next program for CommTech or also program from ITS Global Engagement, ITS Surabaya, Indonesia. Thank you very much, and have a very good day and keep healthy. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ibu Boyin, Pak Bendra, and Mr. Afi, and all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye. And I will end the meeting in 1, 2, and